Sutra 1.31 Dukkha daurmanasya angamejayatva svashapravshasa vikshepa sahabhuva. Dukkha means sorrow, pain, grief, distress, unhappiness. Daurmanasya means mental pain, affliction, dejection, despair. Angamejayatva means unsteadiness of the body. Swashaprashavasa means inspiration and expiration. Vikshepa means scattered, causing distraction. Sahabhuva means existing at the same time, side by side, accompanying, concurrent. Dukkha daurmanasya angamejayatva svashapravashasa vikshepa sahabhuva. Sorrow, despair, unsteadiness of the body, and irregular breathing further distract the citta. Besides the obstacles mentioned in 1.30, there are 4 more causes of distraction: sorrow, despair or evil disposition, tremor of the body, and irregular or labored breathing. Possibly labored breathing shakes the body, creating instability, which in turn brings mental distress. These cause further distractions, which agitate the mind and consciousness. These impediments are of 3 types: self-inflicted or adhyatmika, imbalances of elements in the body or adhibhautika, and problems brought about by fate, for example genetic defects, that's adhidaivika. They need to be fought and conquered through yogic disciplines. Sutra 1.32 Tat pratishedharatam ekatattva abhyasa. Tat pratishedharatam means for their prevention. Eka means one, single. Tattva means a real state, reality, truth, essential nature, the very essence, a principle, a doctrine. Abhyasa means practice. Tat pratishedharatam ekatattva abhyasa. Adherence to single-minded effort prevents these impediments. To remove the 13 impediments and prevent their recurrence, several specific methods have been described. Though most commentators have concluded that ekatattva is devotion and surrender to God, it is beyond the average person's comprehension that surrender to God is the cure for all maladies. If surrender to God were possible for everyone, and could by itself eradicate all impediments, Patanjali need not have elaborated on all the other means of reaching the divine state. Only a few outstanding personalities like Ramana Maharshi and Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Mahatma Gandhi, Jada Bharata, and the great acharyas of the past could surrender wholeheartedly to God, as they were angels in human form, highly evolved souls whose subliminal impressions from previous lives enabled them to assume their final human form in order to clear up the residues. But total surrender to God is beyond the abilities of most ordinary men and women, who are still caught up in pleasure and pain, joy and sorrow, success and failure. Meditation undoubtedly helps to minimize the mental agitations of such persons, but to conquer all the obstacles to self-realization, all the 8 stages of yoga must be followed. Only when the body, mind, and intelligence are fully purified is it possible to totally surrender to God without expecting any return. This is a surrender of the highest order, beyond the capacity of the average individual. Sutra 1.33 Maitri Karuna Mudaita Upekshanam Sukha Dukkha Punya Apunya Vishayanam Bhavanata Chitta Prashadanam. Maitri means friendliness. Karuna means compassion or mercy. Mudaita means gladness, joy. Upekshanam means to be indifferent and apathetic, to look at things without interest. Sukha means happiness. Dukkha means sorrow. Punya means virtue. Apunya means vice. Vishayanam means regarding an object, concerning a thing. Bhavanata means conception, remembrance, infusion, recollection, thoughtfulness. Chitta Prashadanam means graceful diffusion of the consciousness, favorable disposition. Maitri Karuna Mudita Apekshanam Sukha Dukkha Punya Apunya Vishayanam Bhavanata Chitta Prashadanam. Through cultivation of friendliness, compassion, joy, and indifference to pleasure and pain, virtue and vice respectively, the consciousness becomes favorably disposed, serene and benevolent. These qualities keep the mind in a state of well-being. Patanjali here lays the groundwork for our journey towards self-realization. Chitta Vikshepa is a current of disturbed thoughts running like a river. In Chitta Prasadana, graceful diffusion, the turbulent flow is dammed up and consciousness diffuses calmly like a lake. If the chitta is caught in the web of the senses, and the sadhaka fails to cultivate friendliness, compassion, delight and equanimity, sorrow and unhappiness arise in his heart. This sutra asks us to rejoice with the happy, and to be compassionate with the sorrowful, friendly to the virtuous, and indifferent to those who continue to live in vice despite attempt to change them. This mental adjustment builds social as well as individual health. Besides cultivating these qualities, one should follow the social virtues of yama for the well-being of society as a whole. This approach to life keeps the mind of the sadhaka serene and pure.